Hello everyone and welcome back to Aven Colony, which has actually had a patch in the time since we last played, which has brought with it, amongst other things, a space elevator. I've not yet had a chance to check out this update, so this is going to be rather exciting for me. Not to mention we are going into uncharted territory once again with Arido Mesa. A desperate situation has developed on the colony ship. One of our 3 major life support units has failed, and you will need to quickly construct a new colony and accommodate all of the incoming refugees. You must accept all of the immigrants within a fixed time limit, and your mission will be deemed a failure if you do not rescue them all in time. Oh dear me. Okay, let's go. I wonder what caused the failure. Sabotage, I think. Accept all of the refugees by the end of... Wow, year 1? That's pretty rough. Okay, ooh.
The lives of your colonists are at stake.
Okay. Bad news, High Commander. One of the 3 major life support units on the colony ship has experienced a critical failure, and 1,000 colonists need new homes. You must quickly build a large colony and use immigration centers to receive them all by the end of Sol 10. Remember, the mission will be deemed a failure if the refugees are not added to your colony in time. Okay, well... this is going to be a bit of a rough one, I can already tell. Okay, well, first and foremost, let's have a look at our new missions.
Your colonists have been informed of your arrival and are eager to see what their leader can do for them.
You need to scale up quickly and support the refugees, so let's start by laying the groundwork for a viable colony. You need structures for mining, processing nanites, generating electricity, accepting immigrants, and producing food and water. Additional living space would also be a very good idea. Okay. Oh, well, yeah, duh. That kind of goes without saying, don't you think? Okay, well, let's start with mining and processing. We'll get you there. You, I'm going to say, let's pop you right about here. We are going to want to draw this out straight away. And also down there and up here. And that should be good. We're going to need a little bit of air filtration. Let's go ahead and pop that one there. We'll keep this one. Again, this will be a lure for our enemies. 25 nanites, 88 water, 148 bread. I approve. Okay, so we're going to have to move quickly on this one, but it looks like... oh, wow. Okay, so the water is not around this geotherm. That is not what I was expecting. Seems some arable land over there. Let's have a look at which crop is going to do best in this scenario. Let's try and get both of them in. Oh, there's 3. Okay. So it's not going to be broccoli, not going to be corn. Quinoa. Ah, good old reliable quinoa. Rice also? No, not rice. Melons? No. Quinoa is our cash crop then. Very well. Very well. We need power rather urgently. Let's get that going. Okay, that's enough of that overlay. Now, what's the next step? Well, probably hooking up the other mines, honestly, would be a good idea. And also hooking up this geotherm as well. And we'll probably send a path all the way out there to hook up to that geotherm too. Wow, we've got so many. We're honestly going to be able to expand very quickly. But for the fact that doing so might incur rather steep penalties in the sense that no one's going to have any place to work. Rather, there'll be too many jobs available. There'll be too little people to work in them, is what I meant to say. How many nanites? We've got 69. No, we don't. That's power. There's our nanites. Okay, well, we've got what we need to be being got, but we desperately need some water. So let's have a look at the water overlay. Well, we've got an 80 there. 70s. Looks like that 80 is honestly one of the best spots that we're going to have access to. Very well. Let's... oh, drat. Okay, let's pop you down here. Gonna need... we can't afford the air filter. Bit of a shame on that one. Okay, we're gonna need to allow a little bit of time to pass. Building all of that out there. Possibly a bad move. We'll see. I may have expanded a little bit too eagerly over there. However, we can hopefully get this soon. We've got Zorium deposits nearby. That is not a bad thing. We do need to grab these pods, honestly. And we also need to probably protect against hostile life forms in these areas. Okay, well, I'm going to lay down some food and get the water situation under control, and I'll bring you back when we're ready to start taking on immigrants. Okay, we've hooked up 2 metal mines. We've also upgraded our nanite foundry. However, the big thing that's holding us back right now is a lack of immigration. We've just got nowhere near. Only about half of our jobs are filled, less than half. In fact, hover car station. A transit hub that allows colonists to quickly travel to other hover car stations around your colony. It automatically connects up to 5 other stations. Hover cars prefer to travel over tunnels. That is fantastic. I like it a lot. That's been new. Decorating state. Oh, look at these. Slightly increases morale. Oh, this is fantastic. I like it. Space elevator offers an enormous amount of off-world storage and exchanges immigrants with the orbiting colony ship at a much faster rate. Okay, we're probably going to want to get that. I wonder how how that will affect the difficulty of this, because I imagine it was significantly higher without. Right, we're going to get an immigration center there. Now, my initial plan is to get 2 immigration centers early on. We have got a reward. Fantastic. I will take nanites. We've got everything else coming in at a reasonable. Well, it's not actually reasonable rate at all. That's a lie. So it's a flat out lie. However, things should get a wee bit better. In fact, let's get the second immigration center down right there. We do not yet have enough of what we want to be completely safe with all of this. We also need 2 new air purifying structures, and we need them quite badly. The air quality over here is going to be plummeting. Plummeting, I tell you. There we go. We desperately need that. Let's get that going and start cleaning that air before everyone who works over there and lives there in order to work over there starts developing horrible diseases. Right, there we go. We want these on the highest of high priorities. We need all the immigrants we can get. 7 and 9 per drop off. That will do. Okay. Yes, it will, actually. Let's aim for 5 food-producing structures. I can absolutely make that happen, without a doubt. In fact, let's go ahead and get a small farm, getting some quinoa. We'll pop the small farm here and build up to it. It's a little bit more flexible than the greenhouse. And also, you only need to cover, to build up a surplus in summer and then just have enough of a stockpile to last through the winter. You know, that's perfectly fine. Right, there we go. 3 immigrants. That's fine. I mean, every little is going to help. But I really like all of these. What have we got? Crystal Atrium, Obelisk Atrium, Mini Park Atrium, Fountain Atrium, Crystal Atrium, Fountain, Mini Park. Oh, sorry, Crystal rather. And Obelisk. Oh, these are wonderful. And then the large park. Slightly increases air quality, decorative structure, and slightly increases entertainment morale. Does not connect to the colony, and colonists and electricity cannot pass it through it. So I can just place those. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Sounds bloody awesome. We got no structures here. A decontamination unit. Okay. Winter warning. Yeah, I know. Let's carry on through. Decontamination unit combats the plague by spraying chemicals into adjacent tunnels, which can destroy the plague, spore microbes, and cure infected colonists. Wow! If we have that around here, that would be fantastic, because this is the only real input for the plague. That would work well, in my humble opinion. That would be a smart move. Okay, well, our water and our food, not great. Let's just put it that way. It's not ideal. On the plus side, though, we are bringing in a fair old amount of colonists. Can I look up and see the other colony ship inbound? No? That is a little bit of a shame. Well, 32%. That's actually really bad. We do need to get some sort of happiness structures around the place. You're actually building to capacity. It's because we don't have many workers there. Once we are, it's the same with water, really. This, yeah, same here as well. We need to make sure our water structures are taken care of. Let's make sure that they get someone in them fairly soon. Same with our farms, really. Want those taken care of as soon as we can. How many people do we get? 7 immigrants this time. That's okay. Here we go. We should get another 70 colonists per trip. There we go. And 9 colonists in the future. Okay, well, we're running quite low We need a lot more people brought into this colony. Maybe making a rush for this would not be a bad idea. But 810 nanites. And a research center. And 44 power. I mean, an enormous amount of off-world storage does sound rather appealing to me. I'll be honest there. I'm pretty interested in that redonkulous amount of storage that you're promising over there. Pretty interested indeed. There we go. We're going to start seeing a lot more people flowing into the colony now. But one thing we always need to do, build a battery somewhere, doesn't matter where, build it somewhere you're unlikely to expand out to, just so that you can get a lightning structure. Because it's expensive to have to rebuild things all the time. There we go. Let's see if we can save up a couple of wee nanites there. And if we pop this there, it'll cover pretty much everything. So let's do that, shall we? There we go. Okay, we've got some new missions. Okay, fantastic.
Hello, Chief. I have a new
Oh, fantastic. You want some quinoa. It sounds like they have some extra copper they can trade you in. I mean, okay, I suppose. There we go. 10 nights, 32 paste. Marvelous. Okay, we should start seeing the jobs start to fill very, very quickly now. And that is glorious. We're going to need many skyscrapers, though. Oh, my good lord, the skyscrapers. Right now, we're probably going to start seeing these fill up, but kind of similar rate. I'm not sure. They'll be filling up at a similar rate compared to everything else. So we might need a little while before we get the right amount of people there. I think it might be worth our time saving up to 66 nanites in order to build a skyscraper. Although that being said, we could, just for the sake of 20 nanites, get an extra 18 inhabitants here. Let's actually do that as soon as we've got the nanites, just to stave off the immediate crowding concerns. There we go. That being said, now we would like to, if we can, get a couple more farming structures around here. I think that would probably be very wise. And although we've only got one food variety at the moment, it's generally a kind of a poor idea to do that. I mean, for obvious reasons. For the same reason that it's poor for us to eat only the same thing. Let's see if we can't drop down maybe a little rice field or something around here. Rice seems... No, not quinoa. Barley is 30%, 50%. It's kind of all the same sort of ballpark, except melons, which are absolutely atrocious. Okay, I think we'll try and get a little rice field going on down here, perhaps. Again, we're going to go for a farm for this one, just to diversify the food without really hammering down on something that isn't going to be a particularly good crop for us anyway. But it looks like we're going to have a little bit of wait ahead of us as we get the colony properly staffed, and I'll bring you back when we've got some more progress to report. Okay, seems it is time for us to plant down a new geotherm. Power is becoming a bit of an issue. We've had to turn on the battery for now. There we go, that should fix that. Also, we want a new mine because I've built a second nanite production facility. We are very close to our food structure requirement. Still a little bit shy on food during the winter, but that's completely normal. Let's see, where could we fit another greenhouse? Actually, we could easily fit another greenhouse here for quinoa. So let's go ahead and do that, and then build that road out just by there. Fantastic. I've had to build a second outpost over here because just moving around is getting a little bit tricky for our people. Let's see. Right now, insufficient housing. Yeah, we desperately need to get ourselves another habitat. Oh, well, actually, we could upgrade this one still. Yeah, let's go and do that one. Oh, we got a reward. Marvelous. I will take the nanites. I know we're making them, but I really want to get those nanites quickly. There we go. Battery mode deactivated because we no longer need it, which is grand. That should help out a massive amount. We can go ahead straight away and build a new habitat, but we're so close to getting the skyscraper. So incredibly close. There we go. Let's get this skyscraper down by there. Now that does block off some access around this area, and it's probably going to mean we really do need to increase the air filtration capabilities of these areas, because that's going to get really nasty really fast. That being said, we still need another one down here. Something that I desperately need to get on top of, honestly. We're not that far off. We've actually got a really good nanite production right now. How much iron are in these deposits? A reasonable amount, actually. We could probably afford to push quite hard to get a lot more iron deposits so we can build more nanites quickly. I think that might be a good idea. Okay, well done. Now that you have some food production structures in place, we'll want to rapidly increase immigration. We'll need to list 3 immigration centers to get everyone here in time. And in the long run, probably more. Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely yes. Which is why this place has been set up the way it has been. Hovercar station. This is going to become a big issue for me. So let me get that built. I think this is going to be awesome. I'm wondering how good of a structure this is going to be. Let's pop that there and we'll have a hovercar station just about here. Just to help people move around and get from point A to point B. Let's pop that down. Oh, this is going to be brilliant because I haven't seen this before. Oh, that's glorious. It looks like they're just going to come out of these little hangars and then travel along on top of the tunnel network. Pretty cool. Let's go ahead and upgrade. Oh, I can't upgrade you yet. That's a little bit of time passed then upgrade you. I would like to have a bit more build power in this location. Now then, the next step, we're going to need another 25 nats. That's actually fairly easy for us to get hold of. But as you can see, time is not our ally here. Time is not our ally. There we go. Little hovercar on its way. Oh, it's glorious. Glorious. The machines of City Zero would be quite impressed with our ingenuity. That looks like a very safe hovercar right there. Its engine can probably keep it in flight even during catastrophic failure. I approve. I approve enormously. Right. Most of our buildings are not currently upgraded, actually. Let's go for 4 to just be sure that we can actually get there in time. Yes, we do. I know. We need to fix that. Let's have a quick look at the air quality then. It's actually not terrible. I mean, it's actually really not terrible. I'm surprised we're getting warnings on that. However, because we are, and because I am a kind and benevolent administrator, we're going to build an extra filter right there. Now, water-wise, food-wise, we're actually doing okay. All of these structures should be set to, well, firstly, upgraded. And then, well, actually, all of these should be upgraded as high as I can make them.
Good news.
Oh, fantastic.
Happy with your performance and
Excellent.
good chance to win this.
I am pleased with this. Deeply pleased. And also deeply humble. Thank you, my citizens, for having faith in me. I will get us through this crisis. Worry not. None of your family or friends back on the colony ship are going to die horrible space asphyxiating deaths. No. It's fine. If I have to build a space elevator to save them all, I will. Aavak will fix. Barley. No, I'm a big fan of broccoli. Let's go for some broccoli over here. In fact, let's jumpstart it up to 4.5 there. Yeah, let's go for some broccoli. Right there. Let's get the broccoli growing. Good old broccoli. Water may become an issue in a bit. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that one. Power we've got for yonks. We don't need to worry about power just now. How are we doing for housing? Not great. It could be a lot better, in my opinion. A lot better. Following was added to your rapid immigration. Good. 7 nanites, some soda. A new reward. Fantastic. I will take the nanites. Uh-oh. Don't like. Oh, dear. Need research. Kind of want a research center so that we don't get weird acidy death all over everything. And honestly, I feel that is probably an important thing. Also, research center would allow us to get a couple of other things going as well. But there's so much other stuff. Another immigration center, I think, is necessary. Let's get that up and running before we do anything else. Before we even think of anything else. There we go. Let's get that up and running. There we are. And we want to make sure that this is highest priority, so it's always got full staff. This could probably be doing with an upgrade too. So where is this problem that you keep telling me about? You don't seem to know, and that does trouble me. Okay, new skyscraper just over there. This is a very rapidly expanding colony. I'm a little bit concerned about the pace that I'm keeping right now. expanding this fast, in my experience, often leads to problems. We need more iron too.
I think you're on track to win this.
Fantastic. I'm very glad to hear
that.
that. Can I reach you down there? No. Drat. That's a bit of a pain. I'll be honest with you. Quite a pain, actually. Oh well. We'll let that go. We'll get a geotherm here. We're going to get a geotherm over yonder too. Now, time is going down, but we've already got brought it down to 847. So we've actually got over 150 colonists have managed to land. I'm quite pleased with that, actually. You're doing a good little job there. I approve. Might want another little car station, hover car station, maybe over here. Yeah, I think that would actually be quite nice. Let's drop something down around there, and that way you can have a habitat here, because that would allow people who do work over here to work closer, to live closer rather, and I think that would ultimately help. I'll get an extra vent there. Ooh, Shardstorm incoming. We don't have close enough now. Oh no, sorry, we do. It's just we don't have the research center. You know what? It's worth it just to get that, although it's a very steep cost. It's a hugely steep cost, but we're generating a goodly amount of nanites right now. Okay, slow that down. Slow yourself right down. We'll pop you in there. Get something over to you, I think, right here. That should do. With that, I can tell my drones to automatically maintain my structures, which is the next big part that I want to go for there. We're pushing on our energy limit, though, which is a little bit worrisome. Let's fix that. Also, with so many geotherms nearby, I'm a little bit concerned.
And I have some feedback from your colonists.
Thank you. This colony doesn't take law and order seriously. We can't find jobs. I miss shopping centres. The colony back on. Okay. We'll get all of that sorted. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Get some power in there. I mean, I've got a lot of things that I'm having to worry about, but you don't need to worry about jobs. Or, well, actually, you probably do. 98% of jobs filled and only 71% of housing filled. Yeah, okay, we definitely need to get that sorted. But we also really badly need some crime prevention. Please and thank you. Next, I would very much like to have the drone policy to repair all my buildings if they're idle, because there's a lot of buildings that need to be repaired. There we go. That should help out just a wee little bit. Oh dear, high crime over here, like specifically, that's the first time I've seen that warning. Very well. Oh yes. Yes, I may have neglected that just ever so slightly in my panic to try and make sure that people on the colony ship don't suffocate to death or whatever's going on up there. Maybe they just run out of clean water. We're still playing catch up and not gaining. I fear for the safety of our colonists given that. Now let's have a quick look at some stuff that I can make. Calco spores and, well, quarry spores. I don't like quarry though. We are going to need calco sludge probably. Thank you very much. And Xenoglow is decent too. Is there anything that just needs Xenosage and quarry? Sorry, calco. Amberjoy. Okay, sure. Let's get some of the native plant species up and running. Let's get that going as well. Also you, please. There we go. Let's make sure all of that's done. The following is added to your colony's inventory as a reward for completing the referendum's mission. 12 nights, 36 porridge. How lovely. The city mission, 200. Good. Next up, I would actually like a new tier 2 bar and grill. This one, actually, sure, I'll pop this one down there as well. This one is in bar mode. This one will be in bistro mode, just to make sure that our colonists have some good food, nice spread of things. I would love to get a retail center going up next, though. There we are. Retail center is desperately needed. Let's get you going. And can we fit something in here? Let's see. Let's have... These don't require any power. These do. And reduce crowding morale penalty. Okay, well, let's go for the fountain atrium. Pop that in there, shall we? People can go and pop in there, because we are going to have crowding issues.
Expand your colony's population.
Will do. Already on it, in fact. Already on it. Right, crime is starting to get a little bit better now. Let's have a look at our jobs. 94% of jobs filled. 92% of housing is filled. But we should be able to drastically improve that just by upgrading the house. Ooh, now then. We have not yet settled that problem. So we're going to drop you there and maybe have another one just down here. Let's get those in place quickly, because the only place in our colony that those plague spores is going to get in is right there. So hopefully these are going to work. We'll see about that one. I do need to get a hospital up and running. 36 nanites to build. We could pop one there and have a road leading up to it, which I think would actually be quite wise. Okay, so where are these plague spores? They're coming from over yonder. Not a big fan, I will confess. Not a gigantic fan, but I'm quite interested to see how this works. Sorry, colonists. You are being used as guinea pigs. I feel bad for what I'm about to do. And let's have a look then. Go on, straight in. Plague infection. Go. See how this works. Go, go. There we go. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. They can't get anywhere. They have to go past these structures. That was incredibly loud, though. Do apologize for that. But wow. That's actually taking away the need for a hospital in some ways. Not sure what I feel about that one. Let's get another immigration center up and running, though. We do need this toxic gas emissions. Now, that one is a bit less fun. Because there's a bit less that we can do to stop it. We can pop that one down there. Ah, dread. Okay, well, I guess one thing we can do, if we can get the nanites in time, get a fan set to blow mode. Let's get you up and running. There we are. And fan mode. There we go. That should protect that little area over there. You're fine where you are. Just keep doing your thing. How are we doing for nanites? No, we are well out of iron. So, with that in mind, let's start building up a little bit more in this direction. That should be pushed away from our only intake fan, I'm hoping. Let's get you right about there. And, oops, that's the wrong place. Let's get this built out along the top. Along the top, because that way I can connect up to 2 points. Now, let's have a quick look at the commute issues. That's brilliant. Those vans are amazing. Those little hover cars, that is fantastic. Look how happy people are. The commute isn't a problem at all. Crowding is a bit of an issue, but even that, not too bad. Wow, they really make an impact. Let's get a hospital, though, just to ensure that people are kept happy. I'll be honest, I'm feeling like things are a little bit too easy. I know, famous last words, we are now all going to die. Or rather, I'm not going to die, but all my colonists, they're going to die. RIP colonists, you were loved, but perhaps a little bit too much. And I just thought too highly of you. I expected you to want a higher challenge. Alright, let's get that going as well. We've got some creep spores. Now, we have not set anything up to deal with creep spores. Where are they coming from? Let's have a look. Coming from this direction, but also they could be well coming from all over the place. So we're going to need something to deal with those. 1 or 2, all we're going to need for now, I would say. Let's just get those up and running as fast. Wow, really? They're going to hit us? No. We narrowly dodged that problem. Now, I can only assume that once all of this is done, because it seems like this is a pretty fast and loose mission, that once this is done, we're not going to actually have any... We're going to have something else that we're going to need to fix. I'm strongly suspect that that's going to be the case. Okay, as you can see, I have continued our expansion apace. We now have a number of immigration centers bringing in population, though I'm still worried that it's not happening fast enough. We've got another 500 we need to house. We've built a new skyscraper, though, and that should be helping somewhat, though. Yeah, it's getting a problem. Unemployment is going to probably be a big issue for us. Also, air quality is starting to decrease rather rapidly. I have built... no, I haven't. That word, explain it then. Let's get that up and running. And we'll also build out a little bit. I've started mining potash around the place. And you know what? Let's ensure that all the places that are growing quinoa have potash. There we go. That should help us with our food situation, which isn't the greatest, to be fair. It isn't perfect by a long shot. Also, water could do with a slight improvement, I'd say. So we'll pop this one down there as well. There we go. That should all help out a little bit. We've also got a trade hub working feverishly to export the required amount of quinoa. At the moment, I would say our biggest issue is going to be the lack of employment for our citizens. So one thing that we can do with that, if we get a VR center right about there, and then we can go ahead and implement the policy to allow people to have free VR. I think that would be a very good move. Let's go and have a look. Free gaming. This will help with unemployment. Rather, it'll help the morale of those who are unemployed. And I think that would probably be a really, really important move for us to try and maintain happiness. Because it has started to crumble now. Crime is growing, air quality is bad, unemployment is bad, and crowding. Crowding is going to be an issue always on this particular colony. Let's see, where's the crime? Oh, the crime is particularly bad down here. Don't like that. Not even slightly. No. Let's go ahead and pop this down there then. We can still have another 2x2 structure in there, I think. How are things going over here? In fact, we can go ahead and upgrade this, I would say. Ooh. The Metropolis. Fantastic. We've reached 500. I am very happy. Still low on water, though. That is very, very worrisome. Very worrisome. However, we are moving back into summer. Oh, dear me. Right, we need to expand out our protection here. Let's get a couple of these down. Because I haven't expanded this out in a long time. A very long time. We can also get one over there, and that should protect pretty much the entire colony at that stage. Right. Food it's coming in. It's not coming in quickly, though. Not nearly quickly enough. Let's go for some barley. We're going to pop you down there. And I would also like some corn, perhaps, around there. Yeah, let's get some corn growing there as well. That should help us out a wee bit. Ooh, there we go. We've exported the quinoa. Marvelous. We've got air quality alert, only 75. Yeah, I guess because this is just there, the air quality is always going to be bad here. I guess we do actually need an air filter next to each one. That's such a... I've got to be honest, that's a little bit of a frustration. But I do understand it because that's the source, so we want the filter to be right next to it. But when it's a triple upgraded one, I would have hoped that it would be just enough to take care of that. Okay, that's fine. Lightning tower hit, that's fine. Okay. 750 on it. Okay.
Has suggested a trade opportunity.
Alright, it sounds like the Aven Colony is pretty pleased with the last shipment. I'm reading the review on colony trade now. Plus 5 out of 5 stars would trade with again. Not bad at all. And Zara Falls wants some rice though, and it sounds like they have a lot of potash on their hands. Oh yes, please. Now that sounds like a trade that I can get behind. That definitely sounds like a good trade for us. In fact, that sounds like a good enough trade that you are going to be the first one of my non-quinoa greenhouses. Let's get you up and running. There we go. Donk. Perfect. And use potash in that one just to increase the amount we bring in. In fact, let's go ahead and pop down another one. Perhaps down here. Sure. This one, though, is going to get a connection. We'll actually go behind. We'll go behind it instead. That way we're making use of this land, which otherwise we won't particularly make use of. I could still go down there and try and grab this, but honestly I'm not worried that much about nanites at this point. Let's see. How much are we stock? We are stockpiling a massive amount. It would be time, I think, for me to get another nanite manufacturing facility going. Sure, pop it over there. And to balance off the extra pollution we're going to be creating here, we're going to upgrade these. think that's fair. Having all these skyscrapers in the central location is actually really, really nice. I gotta be honest, that's super nice. But it's the problem that we keep hitting is we run out of room. Toxic gas emissions, we're just gonna have to live with that one. Right, there we go. Let's get you up and running. There we are. And once that's done, I'm going to pop down another habitat right there. Triple upgraded habitat right here to make use of that space. Do we have enough room over there? I don't know. Now, this is the thing that's limiting us at the moment, is the consumption of... Ooh. It's actually not that bad. There's nowhere really that's going to come in. But I guess I could just pop down something there just to prevent that. I think we should be okay with the amount of room that we've got, but we are going to be running into big unemployment problems and also food and water because we are growing much, much faster than I'm used to. Much, much faster than I'm frankly comfortable with. I'll be perfectly honest. I'm struggling with this one a little bit. We can get another maxed tier there. That should be fine. I may actually pop down another habitat up here as well. Or maybe even a skyscraper? There's a lot that we could benefit from having this set up here. But if we do that, I feel that we're going to need some extra facilities. So let's get a bar and grill. We'll have that one be a bar, and the next one will be a bistro. There we go. Now, how are they being wiped out? That should be fine. We've got enough drones on that problem that it should be solved pretty quickly, I would say. Pretty quickly. Still saying low water. That confuses me. Dreadfully confuses me. We could have... Well, we got the VR station down there. We have got the retail park down there as well. But sure, we can get another retail park. I don't mind that one. Don't mind that one at all. Now, for a long time, we've just been stockpiling all of the additional crops that we've been growing that we're not yet using. So it's probably high time that I built a chemical plant. And this chemical plant, sure, we'll pop it over here. There we go. And we can get a air filter around here, I would say. At the end of the day, that's going to help us with the air quality and also employment. So it's a double help. Now, where's that crime? Oh yeah, of course. We've just increased the population many times over in this area. We need a lot of crime prevention going on. Probably another one down here, if I'm perfectly honest. Yeah, let's get that going. Alright, upgrade you, please. We need a lot of nanites for that. There we go, we're almost caught up. So as long as we can keep up with the production of living space, then we should be alright. Now, I wouldn't mind getting Calco Sludge and Amber Joy. Calco Sludge can hold off for now. So we need to get some Calco going. Let me just double check. It was Calco for both Amber Joy. And yep, Calco spores there. And if we check on our inventory, have we got any of that stockpiling? No, just Xenosage. We've got a little bit of wheat, but we're not really using it. Okay, Calco it is then. Right, so there we go. Calco. We'll get you popped in. Actually, we'll get you there. And since this one will actually be useful in other places as well, we'll also get one down there too. Starting to make some progress, I feel, though. Oh my lord. All of the notifications. I wish I could turn off lightning towers, though. That one is a little bit... similar to demand. It just repeats and repeats and repeats. It would be useful if it just popped it up once and then maybe just added to the same tab. And saying you got hit X many times and in total it applied this much to the colony. Right. Rice export. Fantastic. I approve. High crime. It's still a problem over there, I imagine.
One of your former colonies has requested an exchange.
Okay. They need some consumer goods and they're prepared to trade Zorium for it. I can offer you a one-time incentive for this trade. No, I don't think we really want that one. That one does not seem like a particularly good trade for us. I'll be honest with you. However, what does seem like it would be useful is having more food. Let's actually go for corn this time. Let's pop you down right there. Let's get you going. Because we need to take the edge off what we're losing in winter. We won't actually pop down the potash in there. But we are going to make sure that we get more and more people in these jobs, I think. Now, unfortunately, this farm here is kind of getting squished out. Right, let's draw this road down.
As you recall, the Constitution
yes, it does.
citizens the right to vote on their colony
Oh dear.
government.
That is a problem. Okay, well, I'm a little bit concerned about that. We have got more iron on the map, though. We're up to 299 iron. That's a far cry from the 810 we need, but I'm going to still aim for it all the same. We could draw out a road perhaps in that direction as soon as we've got construction bot coverage. That would be wise, I think. You know what? Up here, we probably want to pop down a little outpost just to make sure we've got someone working these jobs. And at the same time, let's get down some air filters there as well. Right, how are we doing in terms of living space? We've actually got quite a lot of room. Okay, not too bad. There we go. We've reached the 750. Very nice. Now we just need to head on towards the 1000 mark. We're actually not doing too badly. We've only got 276 refugees remain. That isn't going to be too hard for us to hit, as long as we keep plenty of living space available for our colonists. Let's draw that one out over there. I actually quite like having farms, although in some ways I feel that they're a poor choice. They do look good. It's undeniably look good. We could also hook up down here to get more water and food, and that might be a worthwhile endeavor, honestly.
We'd like you to increase the colony's population.
Very well. On it. Oh, we're actually starting to lose power. My goodness. Well, I guess it's time for us to upgrade all of these then. Not strictly all of them, but we're going to do it anyway because I've got enough nanites to spare. Let's get all of these up to level 2, please and thank you. And we shouldn't have to worry about power for a very long time after that. Right. We do, however, need to worry about more living space. So, with that in mind, let's get another facility down here. We've got plenty of air filtration nearby, so that shouldn't be an issue for us. And yeah, food is going to be a continuing problem, and one that we really do need to take care of. So let's flip over to quinoa, drop down probably 2 extra, well actually let's say 3 in the most fertile locations. There we are. That should help out. Likewise, let's make sure our chemical plant is in fact making all of these wonderful things. They are. I'm very happy with this. So how about, we're actually, nanomedicines I don't think we need right now. But we do need dispensers, because it's no good having that set up if I'm not distributing.
Your citizens seem happy with your performance.
Excellent.
I think you have a good chance to win this.
The timing is a little bit suspect though. I put down dispensaries and suddenly it's like, oh yeah, we're really happy. Is that because I'm making you happy with chemicals direct to your brains? Maybe. Though, again, that's more or less what happiness is, I suppose, if you break it down enough. Right, we'll get another construction zone. We do want to get that metal. In the meanwhile, let's go ahead and set up some additional protection. Actually, we can pop it there. That should be fine. And again, I would like to get something like broccoli, just to ensure that we've got a fair distribution of food types. In fact, let's check on our food right now. Food variety is excellent and food quality is excellent. I'm really happy with that, actually. Only 74% of our population is employed, though. But employment doesn't seem to be hitting us that much. There's no crime anymore, which is absolutely amazing. That I'm genuinely surprised by. Let's go ahead and pop down a little habitat, should we? Yeah, let's make a little outpost over here, but make it a little bigger than usual, because this can also help alleviate some of the issues with our farms and the weight on our farm. Amarantium has been depleted. That doesn't surprise me too much considering how many people we have in this colony. That doesn't surprise me too much at all. We're going to need just a wee bit so that we can get... Oh dear. Will you be close enough to help? No, you will not. So, I'm going to need to get you set up right about there, I'm going to say. Right, let's go and have a look. How does this take care of everything? Let's have a watch of this. It's a lot of plague there.
You're on track to win
Thank
this
you.
referendum.
I'm glad.
Here's the feedback I've compiled.
These two guard these escape routes, but this one is a little bit of a pain. We have to wait for this to bounce all the way back up and get wiped out. There we are. I guess I could put something else down there if I really wanted to. It's got someone. Drat. Sorry. Sorry, you're going to be a little poisonous for a while. My bad. Okay, over here you are doing your work, which is good. Let's get that upgraded though. And finally, let's get a new mine up and running. There we are. And while we're waiting on that then, we'll just upgrade this. Oh dear, we're out of potash, and that is going to be a bad thing for the colony because we rely on potash to get the food that we need. That is going to genuinely be a problem. Okay, need a lot more of our main crop then. So let's get down a couple more of these. Yeah, let's actually pop them all down there. We can afford to do it, so may as well make use of this good fortune. And then we'll hook that up down on that side as well. There we are. At this point, I'm going to say we want another hover car station. I think that would help quite a lot, actually. Yeah, we could pop it, perhaps. No, we'll pop it there. I think it would be the better place. We're also going to want some additional lightning protection here. No, actually, we're good. Oh, that's quite nice to see.
On your referendum victory,
Thank you
boss.
very much. I'd be very surprised if we failed on a referendum victory. You'd have to be playing on a very difficult setting, I feel, to have a referendum loss. Simply because it's so easy to just throw things at your colonists in order to rise their mood, just on very, very short notice. That will be a bit of a problem, actually. Well, that's not very nice of you, scallywag. Oh well. We are going to easily hit this, though. We are well on our way to successfully getting all of these refugees housed. I don't know. We could get an obelisk. It gives a little bit of pleasantness. I like that. Yeah, let's get one down there, and then we'll get a little tree in there. Oh, that actually is quite cool. Oh, it's like a hologram. No, actually, it is kind of there. Oh, I like it. What's wrong? Why are you unhappy? Everyone's happy in my place. If they know what's good for them. Oh, right. It's the particularly low water. I see. Okay. We can take care of this. Aavak will fix once again. Let's get plenty of water here. And a bunch of water there as well. Make sure that these have high population priority. Oh, have we done it? I don't know.
Hey, Jack. I've looped in the commander on the comm channel. So, what's the
Jack.
status of your analysis of the cube?
Making progress. I've decoded what seems to be Chapter 2.
Chapter
Very well.
2, huh? How many chapters are in this thing?
I'm not sure. I think there were at least 20.
Okay. If I recall correctly, you told us that the alien race that used to live on Aven Prime got a warning that they were about to go extinct.
Right. Supernova coming, and you've got 10 years to write your last will and testament before you all die from the radiation.
In 88,000 words or less.
Yeah, they called it the final words. So, what I'm seeing in Chapter 2 is, they went a little nuts. A whole lot of wars started.
Okay, that's ugly. You'd think they'd want to live out their last few years in peace.
Well,
I don't
look
think
at it
you've
from their
studied
perspective.
history enough.
They were facing extinction, so they didn't have anything to lose anymore.
But
Exactly.
what is there to fight over at that point? I mean, if you're just gonna die anyway.
The book. The 88,000 words that they could send back to that other alien species as their last words.
Ah, the builders.
Right. So I think a lot of them looked at it this way. If they were going to die in 10 years anyway, why not spend the time they had left trying to make a difference? The final words would be the only thing that would outlive them. So that was all that mattered anymore.
Man, all that killing over a book the size of a paperback novel.
Yeah. Seems a little crazy when you put it that way. But
Are you
again,
making a point?
from their perspective, imagine you're a parent and you have a big family with 7 kids. And you're in orbit in a spaceship with broken thrusters and it's gonna crash into the planet. And you can only send one message to your family before you die. Anybody you put in that position would really obsess over that message and try to get it right.
I see your point.
It started off with a lot of political factions, like we used to have back on Earth. Liberals, conservatives, socialists, a couple others. They all had different ideas of how to tell their story and what to say. And they tried to negotiate, but the talks eventually collapsed.
So, they just started fighting.
They did, but there was also another faction. It was a very ancient sort of movement, kind of like a cross between a political movement and a cult.
Okay.
And they got really riled up, because their holy book was right around 85,000 words. And they were a smaller faction than the others, but they were a lot more violent. They were convinced that because the size was within 3,000 words, that was a sign from their crazy octopus god that they should use their own holy book as the final words, plus 3,000 more words on the history of their cult. And they were willing to kill as many people as they needed to make that happen.
What? No.
So, they started a war, and they killed about 1 million people in the process.
Holy,
Did they win?
I'm not sure yet, still translating.
that's great work, Jack. Keep us updated on all the progress.
And that was it, really. My lord. I am actually shocked that that was honestly the objective. That was easily one of the fastest missions that I played, the one that I had to put the least thought into. Make more places to live, make more food to feed the people who are now moving into the new places to live, make more ways for the people who want to live in those places that I've made and eat the food that I'm now making to move here. Also make sure that they don't die of thirst. That was pretty much this entire mission. I'm going to say I'm actually surprised at how easy this was. And it's also taught me a few things. Interestingly, it has definitely taught me that I am massively overthinking my city design in the other levels. Massively overthinking them. But at the same time, I actually enjoy playing it that way. So, you know, to each their own really on that one. But yeah, these though, wow, these help. That ability to just transport commuters without them having a massive commuting penalty is key. I think it's a real big part of this. Well, let's just see what the new mission would have been.
Since you're in charge of the expeditions now, I have a new assignment for you.
Ah, yeah. Sorry, busy saving 1,000 people. I'm sure the 12 or so people that I would have been able to save with the expedition center understand. But let's go and check out victory. Okay, well done, High Commander. You have completed this mission. You can end this mission immediately by selecting claim victory. Yes, we shall. I would like to see how things went. Is there any way for me to make sure that this was on hard? Oh my lord. I suppose that is. We can go out and we can check the icon that I've got. I think it colors it different based on the difficulty. But yeah, look at that population. Pretty steady once we got here because I stopped expanding the amount of the immigration centers we had. But interestingly, you notice these flat points. That's where I didn't notice that we'd run out of living space and hadn't upgraded and thought forward enough. I can easily have seen that would probably be the one big way that I would have lost this mission, I think, is if I had gotten too obsessed over making everyone happy and forgot to check, oh, do we still actually have room? Because I've got all of this capacity to bring people here, but if there's nowhere for them to go when they get here, they won't come. So that would have been a bit of an issue. And then employment, it's like, yeah, it actually went down. Oh, well, it's the employment percentage. Okay, it's not the amount of people employed. I was going to say that's wrong. Damn it, free gaming, you were tempting people out of my jobs. But no, it wasn't free gaming. Health, pretty stable the whole way, more or less. Crime, kind of bumpy road, that one. Not super happy. Housing filled, up and down. Building count, that actually didn't rise as fast as I thought. I'll be honest there. Jobs filled. Happiness. Let's have a look at that. Ooh, took a big old dip there. That was the water crisis. When people were worried that they were going to die of thirst, basically, that's where that occurred. And that's where our score took a dip too. Colonists fed and hydrated. Never had anyone who lacked. Just the threat of it, really. Housing capacity jumped numerous times. Though, towards the end, we only just had enough room. That was actually pretty interesting. Food quality, pretty stable the whole way. Total food, peaks and troughs. Quite a few peaks and troughs. These would have been summer and winter peaks and troughs there. Though, for a little while, it was only going up, which was actually quite nice. Food quality should have more or less been good the whole time. Total, oh wow, yeah, I can see. I can see why they panicked at that point then. Okay. This is during the really big expansion that we had. Or actually, rather, the big expansion started here and I just didn't increase capacity. I think I may have put down 1 or 2 extra around this point, and that gave us a peak. But with the steady climb, it just crept up on us and then just plummeted. Okay, not too bad. Water per colonist. Yeah, just dropping over time. Okay, well that was actually pretty good, I think. And the last thing that I want to do, let's go and check. Did I actually do it right or not? Let's have a look. New game.
Hello.
Did I? Thank goodness.
It's good to have you back again.
Thank you. You recognize me as High Commander. I'm very happy with this. The next map will be Kalori Strand, and we'll only have 2 more after Kalori Strand before we've completed the campaign missions. We'll have to see what we might do after that. Hopefully in Kalori Strand it's going to give me a little bit more of a longer mission, something I can chew on a bit more, and maybe we'll even see the space elevator get implemented. But that's going to be it from me. I really hope you enjoyed and will be joining me for the next. But until next time, and as always, do take care.